Today we were going to tell you about gorillas.
Gorillas are ground-dwelling, predominantly herbivorous apes that inhabit the forests of central sub-Saharan Africa.
Wild-male gorillas weigh 300 to 430 pounds, while adult females usually weigh about half as much as adult males at 150 to 250 pounds. Adult males are 4 foot 7 inches to 5 foot 11 inches tall. Female gorillas are shorter, at 4 foot 1 inch to 4 foot 11 inches tall.
Gorillas are the largest living primates.
The DNA of gorillas is highly similar to that of humans, from 95 to 99% depending on what is counted. And they are the next closest living relatives to humans after the chimpanzees and the bonobos.
The mountain gorilla inhabits the Albertine Rift montane cloud forest of the Virunga volcanoes, ranging in altitude from 7,200 to 14,100 feet.
The word gorilla comes from the history of Hanno the Navigator, circa 500 BC, a Carthaginian explorer on an expedition on the West African coast to the area that later became Sierra Leone.
The eastern gorilla is more darkly colored than the western gorilla, with the mountain gorilla being the darkest of all. The mountain gorilla also has the thickest hair. The western lowland gorilla can be brown or grayish with a reddish forehead.
Gorillas construct nests for daytime and night use. Nests tend to be simple aggregations of branches and leaves about 2 to 5 feet in diameter and are constructed by individual gorillas. Gorillas, unlike chimpanzees or orangutans, tend to sleep in nests on the ground. The young nest with their mothers, but construct nests after 3 years of age, initially close to those of their mothers.
Gorillas live in groups called troops. Troops tend to be made of one adult male or silverback, multiple adult females, and their offspring. However, multiple male troops also exist. The silverback is typically more than 12 years of age and is named for the distinctive patch of silver hair on his back, which comes from maturity. Silverbacks also have large canine teeth that also comes with maturity. Both males and females tend to migrate from their natal groups. For mountain gorillas, females disperse from their natal troops more than males.
The silverback is the center of the troop's attention, making all the decision, mediating conflicts, determining the movements of the group, leading the others to feeding sites, and taking responsibility for the safety and well-being of the troop. Younger males subordinate to the silverback, known as blackbacks, may serve as backup protection.
Females mature at 10 to 12 years early in captivity and males at 11 to 13 years. The gestation period lasts 8.5 months. Female mountain gorillas first give birth at 10 years of age and have 4-year interbirth intervals. Males can be fertile before reaching adulthood. Gorillas mate year-round.
Gorilla infants are vulnerable and dependent, thus mothers, their primary caregivers, are important to their survival. Male gorillas are not active in caring for their young, but they do play a role in socializing them to other youngsters. The silverback has a largely supportive relationship with his infants and his troop, and shields them from aggression within the troop.
Infants begin to break contact with their mothers after 5 months, but only for a brief period each time. By 12 months old, infants move up to 16 feet from their mothers. At around 18 to 21 months, the distance between mother and offspring increases and they regularly spend time away from each other. In addition, nursing decreases to once every 2 hours. 25
distinct vocalizations are recognized from gorillas, many of which are used primarily for group communication within dense vegetation. Sounds classified as grunts and barks are heard most frequently while traveling and indicate the whereabouts of individual group members. They may also be used during social interactions where discipline is required. Screams and roars signal alarm or warning, and are produced most often by silverbacks. Deep rumbling belches suggest contentment and are heard frequently during feeding and resting periods. They are the most common of intra-group communication.
A gorilla's day is synchronized, divided between rest periods and travel or feeding periods. Diets differ between and within species. Mountain gorillas mostly eat foliage such as leaves, stems, pith, and shoots, while fruit makes up a very small part of their diets. Mountain gorilla food is widely distributed and neither individuals nor groups have to compete with one another. The home ranges average 1.16 to 5.79 square miles, and their movements range around 0.31 miles or less on an average day. Despite eating a few species in each habitat, mountain gorillas have flexible diets and can live in a variety of habitats.
Gorillas rarely drink water because they consume succulent vegetation that is comprised of almost half water, as well as morning dew. although both morning and lowland gorillas have been observed drinking.
A gorilla's lifespan is normally between 35 to 40 years, although gorillas in zoos may live in for 50 years or more.
Thanks for watching this episode of Adventurous Kids.